Hello everyone, my name is Amanda Waldhart and you are here with Amanda's InspirationStation.com. Today is our weekly Wednesday. Every Wednesday I come to you with what I call Weekly Wednesday, and I bring you a video on two projects using either a stamp set or a bundle. Whether you're watching me on YouTube or my blog, Amanda'sInspirationStation.com, thank you so much for taking the time. And if you are not a current subscriber to my YouTube channel and you enjoy my videos, I would love for you to subscribe. I would greatly appreciate that. And if you are not on my emailing list where I tell you all kinds of Stampin' Up news, what I like to call Amanda news, my classes that I have to go, and live, my clubs, my events, just go to Amanda'sInspirationStation.com. A little screen will pop up for your email and you would be added to my email listing. Okay, let's get started. Today I have two really cute projects. I absolutely love this stamp set, To the Moon. One of my favorite sayings is love you to the moon and back, which I am well aware it's a lot of people's favorite sayings. I actually have a canvas in my bedroom hanging on the wall that says that. So it's one of my favorite things. So we are going to use the To the Moon stamp set today, and I'm going to do a card that says love you to the moon and back, just a very simple card. But we are going to do a little heat embossing, and then we did a little embossing with our folder. And then we're going to use one of these adorable polka dot scallop craft boxes. I absolutely love these craft boxes. They come in a package like this. There are 8 of them. I'm going to show you today, if you have not seen it already, just how easy they are to put together. They're found on page 137 of your annual catalog, and they are right here, number 8. They're Scallop Craft Treat Boxes. They're $10 for 8 of them. So I think that's a really good deal. They come like this. They're adorable. Now, of course, the first thing I thought of when I saw the Moon stamp set was moon pie treats. And they have lots of different kinds of moon pie treats. I bought mine at the Dollar Tree. These are actually mini ones. So in my box, I have 2 mini ones, but I wanted to show you that because they're the mini ones, you really could pile them upward like this and pile 4 of them in there if you wanted to give somebody a really special treat that maybe they love moon pies. Otherwise, you can purchase moon pies bigger, and they're not the minis, and then 2 would fit in there. Or you could just leave the 2 minis in there, which is what we're going to do today. So super cute. I love moon pies. I'm a marshmallow girl. S'mores, moon pies, mallow cups. I like it all. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. And let's get started with the box, okay? So I'm going to set this stuff aside here. I've got a couple pieces here. We are using our layering circle dies, and so I wanted to pull these out because you are going to use the largest straight circle for both this piece for the box and for this piece on the card. This fits perfectly to use the moon stamp set. So the stamp. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And I've cut out 2 of those already. And then for this piece here, this comes in our neutral 6x6 paper stack. And I left this so that I could show you. We're going to use the largest scallop circle. You can get 2 of these out of 1 sheet. But notice that I kept this because I still have all this paper that I could use. So what I would normally then do, I just wanted to show you that you can get 2 out of it, is I would normally go like this, and I would put it in my little container, and I label my 6x6s like this of what they are, and then I start getting some more. I'm getting low on the neutral, so I just ordered some more of this. And And then I keep them in these little containers. This little container here, I bought at Joann Fabrics. So I know my local Joann Fabrics doesn't usually always have them in stock. So a lot of times I will go on the website and order them. And they'll go on sale, like, I want to say they go on sale $2.99. And then I usually pick up quite a few of them. And then I just throw this little guy away right here. All right, so largest circle, largest scallop. And then the other thing that we're going to be using today is this embossing folder here is the Painted Texture 3D embossing folder. And that is what we're going to use today for the back of the card. So, but let's go ahead and get started with this. You will need a piece of basic white cardstock. This measures at 1 inch by 4 1/4 because this is what we're going to do the moons and all the different phases that it goes through. All right, so here's your box. You get 2 pieces like this. This is how easy this is. I'm going to show you guys how easy this is. You literally go like, I usually flip it to the other side just to kind of varnish in the creases. And then you literally bring one flap down, the second flap down, this flap down. And then you're just going to literally tuck this in. There is the base of your box. Okay, how easy was that? You're going to do the same thing. So you're just going to kind of bring it over, kind of pinch it to kind of open it up a little bit. And, you know, if you wanted to fold it down a little bit just to really make sure that the, you know, but you're literally going to bring one side down, one side down. You're going to bring this side down. You're going to put the flap. And there's your scallop lid. Look at. Voila. So easy. And so adorable. This is just the greatest thing, I think. Okay, so let's go ahead and put our little moon pies in. Got to put our treats in. I always, whenever I make these little treats for my videos, I do give them away. I give them to each month at Hostess Club. Whoever's the hostess usually gets one. My team every month at our team meetings, I pull out whose birthday it is that month, and then I give everybody a different one. So they do go to good use. And sometimes I just give them to friends and family and stuff, depending on what's going on. So they do go for good use. Okay, so box. We're going to attach this flat on here, and then we're going to do our stamping. So let's get to our stamping first. I have my piercing mat here. I have a scrap of my grid paper. That's the Stamparatus grid paper. We're going to use Balmy Blue. And now sometimes it's better to stamp and then die cut. But because there is so much room around the edges here, it really isn't that hard to die cut on this large circle. So I'm just going to kind of center it in there. I am using my piercing mat for that extra cushion, and that's only because it's a photopolymer stamp. So we want to make sure that we get all of the ink all over the stamp. Sometimes when it's a larger image of a photopolymer stamp, it doesn't always do that. You need that cushion. So there's our moon. Now we're going to bring out our Versamark, and we're going to bring out some like these little like stars. I have silver embossing powder, and I have a little tray here. If you don't have a tray, I know Stampin' Up used to sell trays. I don't even have a Stampin' Up tray. I bought this tray a long time ago, I think at my local craft store. But you can always use coffee filters too. They work really well too. So we're going to go ahead and, first of all, before we even do this, let's actually do our seine. And the reason why is because, well, no, we're going to do this first because I want to make sure that I have enough room for this, for the stars. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to do it in 2 corners here. I'm going to do it up on top and then below. And then I'm going to put it in my little tray here, and I'm not going to be shy with my silver. I am just going to cover the entire thing. I'm not going to be shy here. I am, however, going to grab my pokey tool here to lift this up. And then I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to flick without dropping it. All right, there we go. So now we have our 2 little stars here. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get my heat. I'm going to move this so that doesn't fly all over, because that would be funny, especially on video. All right, so let's get my heat tool here. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to turn this on. Jeez, I am having a hard time picking these papers up right now. There we go. I felt like that was taking a while. Felt like that took a minute. I am so sorry. That took a little bit longer than I thought it was going to take. So you definitely want it. You'll see it turn right before your own eyes. It'll become very shiny. And now if I take my finger and I rub across it, it is completely dry. All right, so now we're going to take my Night in Navy. And we're going to put congratulations on here. I think what I like about these boxes too, and what I thought about is that you can put a gift card in these boxes too. So I can put a gift card in this box. I can fill with candy, treats. You could put money. You could put all kinds of fun little things on this. So we're just going to do congratulations with that. And then we're going to bring out our basic white piece here. And I'm actually going to bring my piercing mat back because I want to make sure that I get all of this in there. The different stages of the moon. I think this is so cool. And then I'm going to... My youngest daughter, she always said she was going to be a teacher. But now she says she wants to be an astronomer. Oh my gosh, I can't even speak today. I have gum in my mouth too, sorry. And I didn't even say that right. But you know what, I'm not even going to try again because I'm just going to mess it up and then I'm going to start laughing at my own self. But you know what I mean. You know, somebody who studies the stars and all that fun stuff. So my husband started trying to get her into like NASA and all kinds of fun stuff, space stuff. And then she was like, nope, I don't want to do that anymore. We're like, okay. All right. I'm just using Stampin' Seal because I'm going to place this flat on top of my box. Now I'm going to use dimensionals and I am going to pop this up. You guys ever have those words that you just, no matter what you do, you can't say them properly? Yep, I think that was one of mine. All right, so there's that. Now we're just going to place this across the top. And I, again, am going to use dimensionals. But I'm going to just kind of put one there, there, and there. And we're just going to place this across here like this. Okay. And then we're going to use some of this Misty Moonlight twine that comes in the For Every Flowers for Every Season combo pack. I absolutely love that combo pack. All three of them. It comes with a thicker white ribbon, and then it comes with just Jade Gingham ribbon, and then Misty Moonlight, white, and silver baker's twine. And I just, this whole pack, I stock up on them because I use them all the time. So I did a longer piece like this, and I'm going to bring the two ends together because I want it to be a double loop. So I want it to be a double loop. So I'm going to, this is my bow maker that I got from my upline. Her dad makes them, and I purchased it through them. So you're just going to bring it back from the back. You're going to cross it. Whatever piece is on the top, you're now going to bring under and between the two pegs. So now it's in the back of the pegs, and then you have one in the front. Now the one that's in the back, now you're just going to bring through the two pegs again, and now you're just going to cross and knot it. And I do have a video on just how to do this. So Might have to scroll back a little bit, but I do have a video on just how to do that. All right, and now I'm just going to get out my glue dots, and I am going to just place it kind of right there. There. Cute little adorable box that was not hard. It really was not a hard thing. And again, you can fill it with whatever you want. So we're going to go ahead and leave that there. And now we'll go ahead and get started on the card. Kind of got a mess going on here. So your card base is going to be basic white, and I use the thick. And it's going to measure at 5.5 by 8.5. If you score it with your paper trimmer or your simple score tool, you're going to score it at 4 1/4. I'm not scoring it. I'm just going to fold it in half and give it a little pinch right here. And then I'm just going to take my bone folder and I'm going to varnish in the creases. I know I say this with every video, but even if I scored it, I would still use my bone folder to varnish in the creases. For one, it just feels better. It makes the card lay flat. And I just like it better. So we're going to leave that like that. We're going to turn it this way. Now this piece here is Night of Navy, and it is 4 by 5 1/4. And for the sake of the video, I have already ran this through my cut and emboss machine using the painted texture embossing folder. Now I'm going to put this on flat. I'm just going to put that on flat. All right. Just like that. And we have, again, we're going to do the same thing that we did before with the box. So we have our circle here. We are going to use our balmy blue. And we're going to do another moon. And I'm going to shut that while I'm, okay. There's our other moon. And this time we're going to put in the center of our moon, we're going to use Night of Navy, and we're going to put Love You to the Moon and Back, because of course I had to put that saying on one of our things. And I'm just going to kind of center it. Doesn't really matter. I mean, if you wanted it lower or not, you could. And then we are going to go ahead and we're going to use some of this silver embossing powder again, because we're going to get out our stars, and hopefully my thing won't take as long. So I'm going to do 3 of them this time. And we'll do one there. And then bring this out. We're going to do the same thing. I'm not going to be shy. I'm going to pick this up. And I do like to flick it because sometimes it does stick, and I don't want it to stick. Once the powder is actually on there, it's okay. You can set it aside for a minute. You don't have to rush to heat emboss it. It's going to be fine. What you don't want to do is use your Versamark ink pad and then, you know, wait a little bit, because that part will dry and then the powder won't stick to it. But since the powder's already sticking to it, we're all good. I'm going to take my little tray here, put my powder back in, because I definitely do not want powder going everywhere. That has happened to me before. I forgot to put the lid on the powder, set it aside, and yeah, that was a fun mess. I would love to hear if that's ever happened to any of you guys. All right, so let's see here. Hopefully, because this was on. Oh, there we go. See how it like turns from dull silver to shiny silver? And just like that. All right, so we are done. We are done embossing. So now that we have this piece done, we do need to attach it, but before we attach it, I want to add just a little something extra. So I'm going to add some more of this twine. So what I do, and I don't Sometimes I do it differently. I used to use glue dots. I find that even doing this works. Our Stampin' Seal Plus is strong. I like it. So I'm just going to do a small section here of like a small X. And the reason why I say an X is just because I want it going in both directions, but I want it to be small enough that this fits over top of it because I don't want to see that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of untwine some of this. And I'm going to start with putting a piece right here like this. And I'm just going to kind of loop right there. Then I'm going to do the same thing here. And I'm just going to kind of loop another spot since this is the natural way it wants to loop. And then it's going to want to loop here. So I'm going to do a loop here. And then it's going to want to do a loop here. So I'm going to do a loop here. So basically I'm doing 4 loops. I'm going to take my scissors and cut that off now. So you kind of start by doing like a figure 8. And then you just kind of go from there. And now I'm going to put that over top. It just kind of adds a little something. I am going to put dimensionals on the back of this piece. All right. And we're just going to kind of lay it across like that. That's your card, you guys. It's simple, it's easy, but it's pretty and it has the best saying on it. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's Weekly Wednesday. If you go to amandasinspirationstation.com, you can print the free project sheet. Project sheets will have colored copy pictures of these 2 projects. It'll give you a supply list, the measurements, and that's free to print. Also, if you spend $50 with me in the month of June before shipping and handling, you will receive at the end of the month a free package of the pastel pearls. I will mail those to you as a thank you for spending money with me or placing an order with me. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you next week for our next week's Weekly Wednesday. Thanks. Bye.